Your jacket's still hanging by the door, like you might come back once more. The air feels thinner where you stood. I'm breathing better than I thought I would. I don't reach for what we were, I just feel it pass through me. There's a space you left behind, not empty, just unkind to time. Every word we didn't say still drifts through me every day. I don't break, I don't pretend, I just learn how to live again. The piano speaks in careful tones. The violin cries softly, then goes. Each note falls and fades away, like I'm learning how to stay. I thought love would haunt my sleep. There's a space you left behind where memory and peace align. Not a wound, just tender ground, where your echo still resounds. If letting go is loving too, then this is how I honor you. There's a space you left behind, but it no longer takes what's mine. I carry warmth, not regret. I'm stronger than the night we met. The room grows still, I breathe it in. I fold the day into the night, like letters I don't send. Your name still moves inside my chest, but softer than it did. I thought time would erase the sound, but it only turned it down. It's the weight of gentle things that still pulls on me. Not the words, not the scars, just who we used to be. I don't break, I don't run, I just feel what I feel. Some love stays lighting up to finally heal. piano leans on empty space. The violin exhales. Every note knows when to stay and when to slowly fade. I don't hold what hurts me now. It's the weight of gentle things that taught me how to breathe. Not the loss, not the end, just the in-between. I loved you deep, I loved you right, but I won't carry the night. If peace is learning how to stay with what you can't replace, it's the weight of gentle things that finally set me free. Not forgetting, not goodbye, just memory without the bleed. I walk on calm, I walk on slow, with only what I need to know. The music rests, and so do I. The night didn't ask us to explain. It just listened while we stayed. No shattered words, no bitter truth, just everything we couldn't use. I thought endings had to burn, but this one let me learn. We learned how to let go quietly. No storms, no broken dreams, just hands that loosen naturally, so hearts could finally breathe. I loved you hard, I loved you slow, and learned how to let go. The piano speaks in honest tones. The violin feels close to home. Each note knows when to release, like love choosing peace. I don't regret a single day. We learned how to guilely, with grace instead of grief. Some love stays in memory. room hums low with evening light. No need to chase another night. Your laughter lives in memory, but doesn't pull at me. I don't run from empty space. I let it hold my weight. When silence feels like home again, I know I finally bent, not broke. Every scar I couldn't mend is teaching me to cope. I loved you deep, I loved you long. Now quiet keeps me strong. The piano moves in simple lines. The violin releases time. Every note just comes and goes, like I'm learning to let go. I don't ask the past to stay. When silence feels like home again, I don't need the noise to feel. Some goodbyes don't mean the end, they mean the heart can heal. If peace is found when sound is gone, then maybe this is where I belong. When silence feels like home again, I breathe, I stand, I hope. Love didn't leave and changed its shape and left me room to grow. The night stays still, and so do I. The city hums outside my room, but here it feels like afternoon. Your coat is still behind the chair, like you might walk in unaware. I count the seconds just to feel something honest, something real. When the lights go quiet, so do I. Every truth I tried to hide, in the dark I finally see what you're leaving did to me. The piano plays a softer sound. The violin is breaking down. Each note falls where you once stood, like love still would, like love still would. I breathe you in and let you go. When the lights go quiet, I remain standing in the gentle pain. I don't chase what's gone tonight, I just sit here with the light of healing. Starts with letting be, then silence. this is a friend to me. When the lights go quiet, I survive, learning how to feel alive. I loved you deep, I loved you true. Now I live with love in you. The room exhales, and so do I. I spend my nights chasing the past like it would answer back. Every memory called my name, but never asked me to stay. I stopped looking for a sign and felt the weight leave my mind. This is where the heart finally rests. No heavy ache inside my chest. I loved you hard, I loved you long, but now the pain has learned its song. It plays low, it plays slow, and lets me go. The piano breathes in quiet tones, the violin feels overgrown. Each note falls then disappears, like all my unspoken fears. I don't carry what I lost. This is where the heart finally rests. Not empty, just less stress. Some love stays without a sound, still true, just turned around. If healing means I let you be, then this is what you gave to me. This is where the heart finally rests, with gratitude, not regret. I don't forget, I don't rewind, I leave the past where it's kind. Oh, the music fades, and I feel whole. The world keeps moving outside my door, but I don't chase it anymore. Your name still lingers in my chest, like a question I haven't addressed. I used to fear the empty sound, now I let it settle down. This is where the heart gets quiet, where the pain stops starting right. I hear where the heart gets quiet. The piano plays a gentler truth. The violin remembers you. Each note lands soft and drifts away, teaching me how not to stay. I breathe in slow, I let you go. This is where the heart gets quiet, not forgotten, just more silent. Every scar begins to close when I stop fighting what I know. If peace is found in letting be, then silence is a friend to me. This is where the heart gets quiet, where I finally stop denying I survived what broke me too, and I still believe in you. The room exhales, so do I. The lights are low, the world feels thin, like every sound is closing in. I hold the space you left behind, a fragile piece I'm trying to find. Your name still trembles in my chest, like something unfinished, something left. This is where the quiet lives, between the love we couldn't fix. Every tear I never cried falls softly in the night. I let you go, but not the ache. Some hearts bend but never break. The piano hums a broken truth. The violin remembers you. Each note drifts slow, like falling snow, on roads I thought we'd always know. I breathe you in, then breathe you out, learning what goodbye's about. This is where the quiet lives, in all the words we didn't give. is also art. And so do I. The room feels lighter than before, like pain packed bags and left the door. Your name still rests inside my chest, but it doesn't hurt the same, I guess. I thought losing you would break my soul, but it just slowed me down. This is where we learn to breathe, in the space between you and me. Love didn't leave, it changed its shape and taught my heart to hesitate. I lost you, yes, but somehow too I found the strength to make it through. The piano plays a gentler sound. The violin won't pull me down. Each note feels warm instead of sharp, like healing found my guarded heart. I don't chase what's gone away. This is where we learn to breathe, not in fear but quietly. Some goodbyes don't mean the end, they just mean you learn again. If love is letting go with grace, then I forgive the time we wasted. This is where I learn to breathe, standing strong in honesty. I loved you deep, I loved you true. Now I live beyond losing you. The music fades, I'm still here. The rain falls slow on empty roads, like it knows where my heart goes. Every step I take alone feels like walking you back home. I don't ask for yesterday, I just let it pass my way. There's a place the rain remembers you. Every word we never used, every moment soft and true, still alive in shades of blue. I don't reach, I don't pretend, I just let the feeling bend. The piano drips like open air, the violin knows I'm still there. Every note holds what we were, then releases it unheard. Some goodbyes don't leave a scar. There's a place the rain remembers you, not the hurt, just what we knew. Love didn't fade, it learned to rest somewhere deep inside my chest. If time is kind, then let it be soft enough to carry me. There's a place the rain remembers you, not as lost, but something true. I move on, but gently so, with your echo in my soul. The rain slows down, and so do I. There was a moment at the door where neither one of us moved. Your fingers brushed against my head, like fate still had to prove that maybe love could win the fight, that distance could be kind. For one suspended second, we both changed our minds. We almost stayed, and that almost haunts me still. A heartbeat's hesitation, where time forgot its will. We almost built a future on everything we knew, but almost isn't something you can hold on to. We smile too bravely for our hearts and kiss like last goodbyes, pretending all the tears were just the weather in our eyes. If life is made of crossroads, then this is where I see the version of our love that never came to be. day you left, the door stayed wide, as if it couldn't close. Like even wooden hinges felt the ache the heart still knows. Your suitcase bumped along the floor, a steady final beat, and every sound that followed you felt painfully complete. The door stayed open after you, as if the house refused goodbye, as if the walls believed somehow you'd turn around and try. I stood there with the quiet air, filling all the space you broke, breathing in a love that turned into a whispered smoke. Neighbors waved and didn't see the fracture in my smile, and heartbreak learned to measure time 1 second at a while. I never shut that door that night, it didn't seem like mine. I only closed it weeks later, when I crossed another line. The day the door stayed open, I learned a truth I won't unlearn. Sometimes love does not slam shut, it simply doesn't return. The day the door stayed open, I learned a truth I won't unlearn. Sometimes love does not slam shut, it simply doesn't return. The house still calls your footsteps, like a habit it can't quit. Every hallway hums your laughter, though you're nowhere near it. I talk to empty chairs sometimes, pretending they reply, because silence is a language that keeps learning how to lie. This room is built of echoes, every wall remembers you. I open doors to nothingness and walk the whole house through. It's not the leaving that hurts the most, it's what refuses to go. Your voice inside the quiet, whispering soft and low. I dust the shelves you used to touch, like some small holy art, guarding what is left of us, like fragments of a heart. Maybe someday someone new will fill these walls with light, but I'll still hear your echoes on lonely winter nights. I pour a second cup each day, like habit wears a crown, then watch the steam fade into air, the way our plans broke down. Your seat across the table keeps pretending you'll appear, and every sip tastes bittersweet, like everything we fear. The coffee keeps on growing cold while memories stay warm. I hold the mug like holding you could somehow still take form. I tell myself to throw it out, but something in me waits for someone I'm standing where we used to laugh, where every echo knows your name. The timetable rolls like questions I still can't answer just the same. A chill runs down the metal rails like secrets racing through the night. And every train that passes feels like you, just out of sight. You said you're right when you arrive, but some words never learn to fly. This empty train station keeps calling you back, but only in shadows, only in tracks. People are leaving, the world moves on, yet I keep waiting long after they're gone. If distance is a language, I speak it alone, learning your goodbye like a song, carved in stone. I count the cracks along the floor, the way we counted dreams. We built our future quietly between the lines and seams. Now all that's left is winter air, where summer used to live, and tickets I'll never use for roads I couldn't give. If trains could turn around for love, I'd hear your footsteps on the ground. But this place only knows one way, and it's always out of town. This empty train station holds ghosts of us too, and I keep pretending one of them's you. Maybe you're smiling somewhere new and bright, but I'm still standing under this flickering light. Distance is a language. Distance is a language. We stopped beneath the lamp that always flickered when we kissed, a tiny broken lighthouse for the nights we would have missed. You smiled like nothing hurt at all, and I pretended to. We both rehearsed our bravery, but both of us knew. Under our last street light, we said almost everything. Our shadows stayed together while the rest of us were drifting. If that lamp could talk, it'd tell how hard it was to stay, watching love fall quietly and slowly walk away. The boat still hums when I walk by, like a memory in glass, a fragile glowing promise from a future we won't have. I wonder if you ever pass it and feel your breathing slow, the way my heart remembers what my hands let go. postcards I'll never send, from places you would love. I write your name in ink that fades like sunsets up above. Each message ends with wish you here, but I don't write the rest. That I've been learning how to breathe with weight upon my chest. These postcards from nowhere know more about us than you do. They carry all the little truths I never mailed to you. If love is meant to travel, I never left the shore. It just sits inside these postcards, stacked behind a drawer. Maybe one day I'll send them all, let every secret float. Until then, silence is the only message I can't quote. These postcards. Winter came the week you left, and somehow never thought I wore your sweater in the dark, pretending I was strong. The world kept turning quietly while mine refused to spin, and all the warmth we built together froze beneath my skin. There's snow inside my chest tonight, soft and heavy, cold and slow. Every breath is crystallized with things you'll never know. I try to light a fire here, but embers won't stay lit. The storm you left behind me hasn't passed a bit. Friends ask how I'm doing now, and I just change the theme, because it's hard to tell the truth when heartbreak feels like maybe spring will find me when I learn to feel again. But winter holds a memory that doesn't wanna end. Some mornings hurt less than others, and I almost start to trust that maybe I'm moving forward, leaving memories in dust. Then suddenly a song will play, or shadows shift just right, and all the letting go I've done unravels in the night. I'm still learning how to miss you, like breathing underwater slow, not drowning but not living, just somewhere in between the two. There's no at pretending you're not there. Ooh. I talk to you in quiet ways inside my mind alone, because missing you feels softer than learning how to move on. Maybe someday missing you won't weigh the way it does, but healing isn't happening in straight unbroken lines. You zipped your doubts beside your clothes and didn't look my way, as if the word forever was too fragile to say. I watched you tuck 1,000 dreams into a borrowed case, while all of our unfinished plans lingered in the space. You carried a suitcase full of maybes and left me with what if. We balanced hope on promises that never learned to lift. You said we'd see what happens. I nodded, though I knew the moment that you boarded was the moment I lost you. Airports don't explain themselves, they only let things go. And love can't pass through metal gates the way that people flow. Sometimes the hardest words to hear are the ones we never speak. The quiet maybe someday that slowly makes us weak. You traced the cities we would see like constellations on a page. We dreamed of futures wide and bright beyond the limits of our age. But when you left, you folded up the roads inside your hands, and suddenly I didn't know where anything would land. You took the map and I took the silence, both of us pretending it was fate. You chased horizons I could only watch from the edge of the gate. I still look for signs of you in places I don't go, like streets that lead to nowhere only memories know. Tried to draw a different path, one that didn't spell your name, but every turn kept circling back to where you never came. Maybe you're somewhere laughing, You held my face and whispered, this won't change a thing. I wanted to believe it, like a bird believes its wings. But seasons didn't listen, and neither did the miles. They stole the warmth between our words and rearranged our smiles. You made a promise that you meant, and still it couldn't stay. Not every broken heart is born from someone walking away. Sometimes a love just needs a world too wide to understand, and even honest promises slip through an open hand. We called and wrote and tried to hold the threads until they frayed. But time is not a gentle friend to hearts that must be brave. I don't blame you, and I don't blame fate. We both were right and wrong. Some stories aren't unfinished, they're simply not as long. Every evening paints the glass with colors of almost, and I sit where the quiet sits the most. Cars drift by like temporary lights, and I keep asking where hope survives. This is the window I wait at, where yesterday leans in, where every moving silhouette almost looks like him. I tell myself to close the blinds, but leaving them feels wrong. Because what if you came back and found that I'd moved on? I trace the fog with trembling hands, writing out your name, then wipe it all away again, pretending I'm not the same. Patience isn't bravery, it's learning how to wake without the world quite noticing how often you might break. You talked about tomorrow like a door already open, a life you'd finally get to live, a promise never broken. I smiled and nodded quietly, full to myself small, so your dreams could take the space where I once had it all. Tomorrow didn't have my name, and I learned not to mind. Sometimes love is stepping back and staying far behind. I watched you chase your brighter days, mirror couldn't see, and told the mirror softly, this is how it has to be. One day I'll build a different dawn with hands that don't let go. But until then I'll walk alone through what I used to know.